Run out of thread. I might need to change it soon. Finish this outline.
How's it going, Juge?
Good.
Good?
I'm so happy to get back in crocheting.
Willie, show me what you're working on this morning.
Mama, I finished my first line.
Embroidery. Let me see it. Hold it up closer to the camera. Wow. I love that so much. What color is his fur gonna be?
Black.
Just like Evie.
Yeah.
Black cat, green eyes. We got a lot of creativity happening on this Saturday morning.
I finished my first line. Now I'm going back to the second.
Don't forget to chain one before you turn the corner. Chain an extra one before you turn the corner, okay?
Okay.
It's Saturday morning here on the homestead. And for us, that means we take a break from typical office work and school and instead turn our attention to some of the things around our little cottage that need to be cared for. Every Saturday, part of my routine is to clean the tanks of our betta fish. And it's one of those things that might seem so silly. Why would you have a fish? Why would you give yourself something else to do? But Stuart and I are both the type of people that choose to participate in things. As I've said before, our life would be much tidier if we just had regular jobs and quit this online nonsense. Our world and our home would be so much cleaner if we didn't have children. We would have much more time to ourselves and for our own hobbies. Our home would be a lot cleaner if we didn't have dogs, if we didn't have cats, if we didn't cook our food from scratch, and we'd certainly have a lot less to do if we didn't have any of our gardens. But then, how would we be participating in life? One of the things that farm life really teaches you is that when you put the effort in, you get to harvest the fruit. In this case, it's just the enjoyment of seeing my little betta fish that I love to greet each morning, as silly as it seems. Or it might be the fruit of a home-cooked meal. It might be the fruit of just having your kids feel safe and comfortable in your home. It might be the actual fruit of harvesting something from your gardens. But you don't get any of that without the labor. So yes, there is a lot of moving pieces to our world and a lot of things to take care of. But is that a bad thing? Or is that labor and is that attention to things? And is that doing something for pieces outside yourself maybe entirely the point? Today's video is about taking care of the gifts that we have been entrusted with, and I've got to say, Maiden's new ceramic clad collection is a gift that I am looking forward to taking care of for years to come. They partner with the best raw material providers in the US, France, the UK, and Italy to build superior kitchen products. They've received over 100,000 five-star reviews and are trusted in multiple Michelin star restaurants and over 2,000 top-rated restaurants and hotel groups across America. This is non-stick cookware that is safe and durable and free from harmful chemicals. It's made in the USA and Italy with natural ceramic coating. It even lasts 2 times longer than their competitors. I've been using it for months, and when I go to grab a pan, this collection is what I go for. They're lightweight and work so well. You can check out the ceramic clad collection and Maiden's other cookware by using the link in my description to save on your first order. Where there is life, there is going to be mess. And I'm learning to slowly accept that more and more. The work and the noise of it all is actually a real blessing. Sometimes this looks like work in the home, mopping the floors or scrubbing the toilet. But sometimes that means I get to stretch it a little bit further, such as the case with my greenhouse. Because my trees are in the greenhouse, they can't self-pollinate, so I do it for them. Yes, it's work, but it's good. I have been growing this grapefruit for almost 1 year, and I think it's time, don't you? Oh, here it goes. That's my very first, and hopefully not my last, homegrown grapefruit. Look, Will.
Ooh! Is it grapefruit?
Yes.
So big and pretty.
Isn't she beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna head inside. Are you ready to go back in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have to try and find you.
Stu, what you eating?
A little bit of bacon.
A little bit of bacon. So Saturday, I have a few hours before I'm gonna go meet Amber.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if you would take the drone up and get me a shot of that piece of land that we're hoping to kind of landscape this spring.
Alrighty.
I kind of want to map it out and get an idea of what we need to, what flowers we want to start, what beds we need to build, how much rock we're gonna need, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Could you help me with that?
I will.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. If you look here, this is our kitchen window. And so you walk out the path here, come out, and this is where the path stops. So this whole area, there's our greenhouse, has yet to be landscaped. Part of that was because we did some construction on the house. This wasn't here before. This is a new bathroom, and that took us years to save for and years to build. But now it's done. You can see this is how far I made it on the gardens last year. Oh, there's the drone. So we have this whole area that needs to be accounted for. This is an aerial view of the new landscape that needs to be put in this spring. You can see the houses here. This is a bit tricky because there's all this snow here. It makes it look a little bit weird, but luckily I'm really familiar with this piece of land. I know what I want to do with it, but there's something about visually having it on a piece of paper that just helps me to build in my mind what it is we need to do and what resources we're going to need to do it. So you can see there's an orchard along here, so we're going to have to create some kind of a line. This wraps around from the start of a pathway here to the start of a pathway on the other side of the house as well. So it's sort of this semicircle of landscaping, and I only have a few markers, but it's enough to kind of give me an idea of the shape of things. This is the fun bit. The bed.
Oh,
Here's
there's like
the
an actual bed
pathway.
outside. I'm like, I'm not sure I put it there.
And it will go, we'll just sort of keep it, I think, organic, rounding around the house.
I don't know where we are.
Like this. This will all be flowers here, gardens. These will all be gardens.
We were making new gardens.
We'll be making a few new gardens, yeah.
Yeah, are we gonna put trees?
These are gonna be bushes, like something like hazelnut or willow that will grow in and sort of create a living fence. Look at my masterpiece.
Beautiful.
Do you want me to explain it to you?
Yes, please.
What I'm thinking?
Yep.
Okay.
Lay it on me.
All right. So these will be rock borders. Some of them are already started, but there will be rock borders with gardens surrounding the whole house. We'll extend this one a little bit out
Okay.
from where it is now.
Okay.
This is where the tree of life used to be, and I want to plant a little forest of the right kind of tree. Nothing huge or big, but something to create a little bit of a shape
Okay.
in this otherwise flat area.
Okay.
And then since we have a water spigot down here, I'm thinking we plant a living hedge of hazelnuts and willows, not in a perfectly straight line, but we sort of stagger them so it looks a little bit more fitting to the
Could it
space.
be like a little food forest hedge, like with
Sure,
berries and stuff?
blackberries and exactly. And it'll just be kind of rich and it'll take up, you know, a little swath of land as it were. And then everything that's left, I would like to plant in various grass and pasture meadow seeds. And then just mow a pathway, a walking pathway through it. So this way it's not a huge amount to maintain. It's kind of meant to be, you know, self-contained a little bit. So the whole hedge you won't have to really monitor or prune too much.
Okay.
And the meadow grasses, it's not going to be like a lawn like you'd need to mow all the time. What do you think about that?
I like it.
Think it'll work?
Yep, I think it will.
Okay. I hope you guys are ready to be incredibly impressed by my canvas skills. But this is sort of what we're thinking for this back area. So this is that long living edge that I'm thinking of. We have hazelnuts. Stu wants to do some more elderberries because the birds love them so much, and we do as well. And then just a few blackberries. So you can see it's meant to be kind of a living hedge, and all of those produce food for us, which is really wonderful. We'll stagger them a little so it feels slightly more organic. Then we have a living meadow, and we'll just have a mowed pathway so that we don't have to worry about mowing the lawn. We'll be able to produce a lot of food for pollinators this way. It's going to be great. And then alongside the house, we'll have this shady rock, just free laid, nothing too fancy, with ferns and hostas and hydrangeas and a few other plants that live in the shade. This is really the only area of our entire house that has shade. So I know it's a bit silly looking, but doing this piece helps me to visualize what the garden will look like sort of when it all comes together. So this is where we are right now. Plans always change, but this at least gives us an idea of what we need to find, what we need to propagate, what we need to buy in. Come. Stu, I did it! I cut the grapefruit!
Oh, ow!
You did it. All right.
Ready?
You gonna do it?
Yep.
Yeah, let's see. Ooh. Wow. What do you think about that?
That's a really thick
Outer peel.
rind.
Yeah, it does.
You
It's
try.
good and sour. It's good and sour.
Let's
You try.
You try.
Tasting the literal fruit of your labors is sweet and sour indeed. Cheers. It's sour, but perfect. Whew. Yum. Sweet too.
Before you
Really
cut the,
sweet, too.
Before you